Chosen one, your account isn't empty. Heaven has started to deposit supernatural wealth bearing your name. The spiritual revolution has already happened, and its effects are beginning to manifest themselves in the natural world. Your financial situation is being balanced with miraculous wealth. This is not a fantasy. It is not a wish that floats in the breeze. It's a heavenly reality, a decision made in God's throne chamber. Your name was uttered with confidence and authority. This is the point at which the impossible becomes attainable. The balance you previously checked in with concern has now been checked in, or the spiritual vaults have opened. Wealth is not pouring down. It's flowing, rushing, pushing into your life with purpose and accuracy. The chosen one. Now is the time to believe in miracles as you never have before. Take this message carefully and see it through to the conclusion. Your connection to divine prosperity is no longer a procedure. It's now available for download. Comment with your best wishes and write 777. As a prophetic pact, this code will trigger whatever has been lingering over your life. This is a chapter on desires coming true by divine activation rather than chance, which energizes the cosmos to answer to your soul's scream. Now choose one. I like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. And let us begin with what used to bother you, but will now amaze you. Where you used to observe scarcity, you will now observe overflow, because God's prosperity does not come quietly. It transforms. It alters the atmosphere. It alters the way money acts around you. It no longer flees, hides, or vanishes under unexplained circumstances. Now it has found you, surrounds you, multiplies via you. The chosen one. The heavenly fingerprints on your money are unmistakable. They are marking transactions that you did not anticipate. They are transferring money in your advantage. They are freeing riches bound up in spiritual realms. You are abruptly returned to your normal existence. There will be no more delay. The spiritual thirst is ended. The account, which once reverberated with emptiness, now echoes with expectation. Because you were chosen worthy based on alignment rather than perfection. You have a clear sense of purpose. You paired with resilience. You sided with obedience. When no one saw, when no one realized how difficult it was. And heaven did not ignore you. No, silent prayer was disregarded. No tear fell without being recorded. That is why what is going to appear in your balance will mislead the adversary while confirming your calling. God is not just multiplying your finances. He is changing your financial identity from a borrower to a lender, from struggling to provider, from survival to flourishing. The days of apologizing for bold dreams are past. You no longer have to cower in dread of what could happen. This is a supernatural improvement. You don't have to work your way into what has already been given to you spiritually. What God touches thrives, and He has touched your money. He has generously supported your future face. There is a frequency in the spirit right now that is tuned to you. It is the sound of favor. It is the vibration of release. It's the sound of answered prayers echoing in the skies and making their way to you in the shape of financial miracles. Money is not arriving only to impress. It has come to empower and rebuild what was previously broken, to restore what has been taken, to bring to light what has previously been concealed. Your account is being utilized as a landing spot for heavenly deposits, not just to replenish you, but also to finance destiny via you. You're going to be someone else's miracle without even trying. Every mechanism that formerly worked against your provision is now working in your advantage. There are no limits in paradise. God's plan for your success does not include any financial limits. What seems to be an unexpected benefit to others is really the outcome of spiritual obedience you sown in quiet. The seedlings you planted with faith, the kindness you showed when you had nothing. Yes, you murmured privately. These have bridged the gap between the unseen and the seen. The previously unseen is now visible in your bank account. There will be no more random overdrafts anxiously monitoring your account or putting dreams on hold, because there is not enough. That season is over. God has ordered a reversal in which you were neglected. You have now been prioritized. Where you were overlooked, you have now been chosen. You've entered a financial transition that can no longer be avoided or postponed. Together, Let us promote faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into our own lives, but also to those who need it the most. Your donation provides a source of inspiration and healing for many individuals. You are not just given money, you're also given access to venues, networks, contracts, connections, and advancement. This riches is unique because your calling is not typical. You've been selected to manage a kingdom economy, and the riches of heaven is now appearing in earthly accounts as proof of who you are. You are not invisible to divine providence. The hand that multiplies has not forgotten you. God is not issuing a warning. He is bringing a tsunami of riches that is unstoppable and obvious. And when it arrives, it will not seek for permission. It'll flood. It will overcome the normal and reveal you to the supernatural. It will remind you that you were never supposed to battle your way to prosperity. You were intended to awaken to it. You were not meant to live below the standards of heaven. So the money in your name is being transferred from the supernatural vault to your physical bank. This is not just a one-time occurrence. This is not a one-time deposit. This is a continuous release, a lifestyle of excess. Because God determined that your name belonged in financial dominion. The chosen one. Do not evaluate your future based on your previous balance. What's coming does not match where you've been. It just reflects the favor you've carried. This riches is not founded on human reasoning. It's based on divine timing. And your turn does not come next. It is now. The Spirit contains instructions. Check your balance. Not in fear, but in trust. Because you'll see what occurs when God finances you directly. What might banks not do? Which systems would not approve? What didn't people support? God is doing something. This is not about luck. This is about being in agreement. You've entered a heavenly window through which things that used to take years may now happen in days. Your name is being mentioned in places you've never visited, and your account is being prepped to bear what you couldn't manage before. You have grown. You've stretched. You have matured. Here comes the payoff. A financial miracle that mirrors your internal transformation. Your inner riches is now catching up with your outside experience. The transaction is in progress. The clearance is being processed. The equilibrium is changing. God is rewriting your financial narrative. And He's beginning with a beautiful touch on your account. You do not need to work hard for what you are favored for. You don't have to beg for what your anointed bank account is going to witness to. The zeros are set to grow, and any financial dissatisfaction will be drowned by waves of prosperity. Remain calm. Stay ready and loyal. Because what's going to happen with your money is an example of how heaven values obedience. You have sowed tears. You are now reaping riches. You have suffered quiet. Now you're getting overflow. The message that appears next is not merely from your bank. It stems from your breakthrough. This is the moment when heaven gives you credit for all hell attempted to steal from the chosen one. What is now being released into your account is not limited by economic constraints or human deadlines. This is riches created in heaven's treasury, wealth that knows precisely where to land, and its coordinates are predetermined for you. Every delay you experienced, every door that was slammed shut in your face was simply accumulating spiritual tension, which is now bursting into action. The release has started. You may not see the entire quantity now, but spiritually it is already there. The ledger of the supernatural has been marked, paid in full favor, released. Abundance is awakened. You're now entering a financial world that does not rely on hourly salaries or monthly estimates. This is heavenly financing. This is miraculous economics. This is a supernatural overflow that doubles rather than depletes every location where your resources were previously depleted. Your pantry, money, ideas, energy, and business. Every stream is opening. Each well is filled. Every place is bathed with God's purposeful richness. He is not a random person. He is strategic. And He made a choice. Your account should now reflect the value of your calling. It is not simply about getting money. This is about having a spiritual signature inscribed on your finances. God has placed His hand on your account and said, "Let it be full. Let it be blessed. Let it never run dry." Your life is now subject to a heavenly financial agreement. You have been chosen as a live testament of heaven's funding. It was picked. You are a conduit of financial blessing, a magnet for spiritual assistance. Don't be surprised if unexpected deposits start popping up. Don't be startled when debts start to disappear. Don't overthink as resources begin to expand. Simply say thank you and continue going in divine flow. The chosen one. This is your reality right now. You are no longer dependent on human charity. You are supported by heavenly riches. God is your source, banker, supplier, and promise keeper. When you enter a room, financial fever comes with you. When you talk, resources shift. When you arrange your heaven finances, the air surrounding you is no longer dry. It is fruitful. What you touch now has the ability to grow, not merely because of competence, but also because of spiritual approval. The days of scraping by and making excuses for lack are done. You are not supposed to endure silently, not if your spiritual heritage is abundant. That's exactly what this is, an inheritance. You did not earn it. You agreed with it. Your obedience wrote the check, your persistence signed it, and your faith cashes it in. What took others years to build is going to arrive in your account as God makes up for lost time. You are being compensated for every quiet war you won, every time you chose serenity over terror, obedience over comfort. God's riches does not just arrive in the form of dollars. It is coming via relationships, contracts, land, residences, assets, influence, tactics, and ideas that will provide revenue for future generations. This is multi-generational financing. This is money passed down through generations. This is kingdom capital flowing via a certain vessel. You are not being blessed only for yourself. You are being provided with resources for a purpose that is larger than your needs. You are being turned into a distribution hub for paradise. That is why you have been entrusted with this amount of growth. There are angels in charge of your finances. They've been deployed to stir up approvals in order to move decision-makers' hands and place your name in the lips of those in positions of power. It is already occurring behind the scenes. Signatures are being added in your favor. In spiritual courts, verdicts are being reversed to your advantage, and in unseen worlds, vaults are being pried open, and your name appears prominently on the access list. This is a magical riches invasion, and your account is its target. Don't second-guess what's coming. Do not disqualify yourself because of your past. The only qualification required was God's. Yes, and He stated it out. This is what occurs when God works on your money. People will seem bewildered. Systems will seem astonished. But you'll seem calm since heaven shifted. You'll realize that what you're experiencing right now isn't a coincidence. This is confirmation. The chosen one. Your account is turning into a miraculous zone. Money will flow via avenues that previously rejected you. Clients returning suggestions resulting in revenue delays and downloads where you previously had to push. You'll now be able to glide to your desired location. Now you'll reap where you once questioned. You will now testify. This is what occurs when the heavenly economy takes over the natural economy. You don't work within constraints. You go via revelation. God gave you an idea. It has supported the vision you have had for many years. It has already supported the platform, the business, and the objective. Everything has financial wings today. You were never designed to just survive. You were supposed to shine. And the brilliance you're going to bear cannot be diminished by debt, uncertainty, or time. You are entering a realm of riches that can only be understood by divine math. It will be illogical, but irrefutable. This riches comes with instructions not to brag, but to bless, not to rule, but to create, and not to hoard, but to help heal the planet. That is why it has to come to you, because God believes you would use it to create, not destroy, elevate, or exploit. That is why heaven bypassed the haughty and chose the pure. You aren't merely a receiver. You are a reformer. And you now have the resources to effect genuine change. So, if the balance shifts, don't worry. When zeros emerge, do not apologize. When the approval comes, don't flinch. You were meant for this. You're approaching your predetermined amount of riches, and it's more than you ever anticipated. Because God never just finances pockets. He finances the purpose. And the one you picked is full with meaning. So now your bank account must correspond to your task. The chosen one. It's not only about what you have in your account right now. It is about the heavenly fingerprint that has been stamped on your whole financial destiny. When God touches anything, He does not just visit it. He alters it. And what He's doing in your life is more than just a one-time benefit. This marks the start of a persistent supernatural supply. What is pouring to you right now will not cease. It will not slow down. It will not halt for permission. Heaven has instructed that it locate, nourish, fill, and flow through you. This is not a borrowing from the universe. This is not a gift from the system. This is a heavenly decree-authorized release from God's treasure vault, exactly timed to coincide with your preparation and targeted specifically at you. The heavens have calculated everything. Not a single penny will go to waste. Not one chance will be overlooked. This is precise, strategic, and full of charm. You are now transitioning toward a lifestyle in which riches is not pursued. It recognizes you. It recognizes your address. It reacts to your faith. It multiplies in your presence. You are not required to explain the overflow to people who do not comprehend your path. Allow your fruit to talk. Allow your favor to speak for itself. Let your results be your response. The same individuals who question your survival are going to witness your extraordinary emergence. Not because you pushed it, but because God interacted with your account. The spiritual credit line for your life has been activated, and there is no limitation, limit, or ceiling. You are now officially functioning on the heavenly economy. Now you don't have to worry about what you can afford. It's all about what you're supposed to create. This money isn't only intended to improve your comfort. It's to broaden your reach. God trusts you with more because He knows you'll use it wisely. He knows your heart has been ready. You don't want money. You manage it. You don't glorify money. You respect the source. That is why you have been designated for this time. That is why your account has been selected out for blessing. And this is the reality. You did not miss your opportunity. You did not fail too badly. You did not have to wait very long. You didn't get passed over. You are being positioned, trained, reinforced, and tested for this specific change. The delay was never a rejection. It was a preparation. You needed to become someone capable of handling the harvest. And here you are. You're no longer being neglected. You are being oversupplied. What's coming is more than simply a deposit. It is a wonderful deluge. What was previously blocked is now unlocked. What was previously postponed is now shown. What was once far away now falls into your lap. The selected one. You are entering a season of prophetic plenty. You are living evidence that God can take someone who has nothing left and fill them to overflowing. This is your heavenly proof. That deficit was never intended to define you. It was just the contrast, so you would know plenty when it appeared. And now plenty is shouting loudly. It isn't whispering. It is booming. It's rocking the foundations. It's attracting attention. And it is here to stay. Your bank account is being reset to align with heaven's reality. You'll see a change not just in the statistics, but also in how money reacts to you. Opportunities will beckon you. Resources will find you. The doors will open without effort. People will favor you without reason. You will go into chambers that have been prepared for you. You'll sign contracts you never pitched for. You will be given keys to assets, platforms, and provisions that have been put on hold for this particular time.